My supporters were Nikki, a Kiwi expat living in France, and Pierre, a Frenchman who I used to work with in Brisbane.
Well, here we are, turn point 1 in the 2021 xalps'. Stevie, how are you, bud? It is so slow and shady.
So it was a tough first flight. You had to stay above the ridges, and the sun got weaker and weaker.
Well, that was interesting.
Turn point 2 on the second day, and I was at the back of the pack.
This has been his shade. Hopefully it still works.
Distracted by the airspace, indecision, and before I knew it, I was trapped. Starting from the fourth morning, every 48 hours the last athlete is eliminated from the race. So this third day was crucial for me.
Dreaded pool launch. I got a few seconds till 6 a.m. Yep. Oh yeah, nice and fast. Off we go. First glide of the day complete. Pretty nice glide angle too.
Hey, good analysis, Andrew. It's kind of similar to what I had been thinking. Obviously, Nick's got the option of staying on the side that he's on and then crossing around the airspace.
So, no wind at all last time, but I'm hoping to soar this a little higher. Still puffing through the cold.
Beautiful day down here in the valley. I hope it's lovely up there for you too.
It's giving me a bit of a pain, this wind. Can't soar it, but can't at least I'd launch it. We go. See you later, pass. Just landed at 1800. Hopefully that glider doesn't snag on anything, hey? Well, it's a bit of a bush bash through here, but it didn't look too bad from the air. I'm thinking maybe the next flight might be a Thermic one. Chiemsee just bounded out of view and a cloud just disappeared. I think it was showing a bit of southwest. But German border, back to Scuddon. Launch somewhere there and head that way. Eventually I want to head that way. Slippery ground here, it's not the easiest place to launch. But the other side's a little bit of out of the wind. Maybe I can put it up there or something. Well, this should be a much better idea. Beautiful. Seems like it's soarable. Some cornices on the ridge below, and yeah, it's looking promising. 10 a.m. so it should be 2650 metres, but the clouds are just a little bit higher. But they're also drifting away that way. I don't want to go too far that way. What I get next.
So after 2 morning glides across valleys, my first thermic flight.
Started over there, and this is really encouraging. I've gained 60 metres. Well, this is really good. Gained 150 metres. I was thinking about slope landing. Originally I got up around there and I pushed back to here. It's nice to get above the tree line. It's starting to come together. Gosh, it's been a long time in this small part of Austria. Can't remember, but I think that might be the gross blocker in there. You can see the cloud shadows got heaps of south on them. So let's get high and maybe cross the valley from here. But the problem is this xalps' airspace, but it's only below about 1500 metres, so if I can stay above it, it's alright. Otherwise, yeah, it's a bit risky to fly over the top of airspace. But 2,400 metres, we're a little bit in the lead here, but the next spaces look good, but I want to get a little bit more height if possible. I was up at 3.2 before over there, but I knew there wasn't big clouds on this ridge, but I have to get around the airspace anyway. So. Just a bit funny here, I get a bit of lift before it goes way low.
I think there's kind of low risk from the guy behind you. He's down on the valley now. You look like you're well established. You'll probably need that night pass in a couple of nights, and as you know, night passes are not really that useful.
It's just after midday. I know that because we just had a really intense discussion about whether I should cancel night pass deployment or not. So we made the decision this morning to make it night pass by default, but we're pretty much 50-50 about it. So this peak might be the last chance to get really high before the turn point, which is 14 k's away. It's like ridge shoring, 2,400 metres, quite far off the highest thing that we get on this side. So let's shoot through to the next one. Climb up the spur, it's a little rough, but it's actually not too bad now. Getting close to 2,800 metres now. I was complaining, I was just basically, well I'm not complaining, I was just basically like soaring on that hill. What's happening? Yeah, a bit boisterous at times, but the higher I go, the more likely I'm going to get to the turn point without walking. I think I'm just going to glide straight forward after this climb, over this stuff. I hope that video didn't distract me from the thermal. Look at those cloud shadows move, eh? I'm definitely still feeling that upper wind. Turn point is just there, there's a paraglider. Oh no! Almost! Broke the fence.
Welcome to Kitzbuhel!
Thank you!
Good one!
Very nice, guys. Kitzbuhel done! Kitzbuhel is shaded out and pretty hard work, but gained 100 metres now, so that's bloody good. I've come up from that point on this ridge. Didn't even know if I'd make it across the valley, so yeah. Hard to change gears when you've just been flying up in the upper layers subtly behind me. Oh, Gavin's doing what I did, crossing low. Bit of an accomplishment to get up here. I was wondering if I should have just hiked back to that sunny ridge that you can see there, and got a thermal where I did on the way into Kitzbuhel. The motto of the race in our hands. Race for last place.
Racing paragliders is all about psychology, but you don't normally have to deal with this kind of problem. This is an actual message sent from the race organiser.
Wilder Kaiser. Let's see if we can sneak through here before getting shot at by this Kaiser, high climbs on my side and then cloud banking up against the other side. You can know the height, the tops of the clouds of the Bavarian flats now. Woo! Wow, one extreme to the other, eh? I was scratching around over the trees, thinking I might have to land and walk in the heat, and now I'm up here. All these different cloud bases are so cool. Suddenly pushing over the main divide. All the slow stuff in the Bavarian flats. That's the turn point down there. So yeah, this Puma got away from the Wilder Kaiser. I don't know if the hunter was after Pumas. To the west we've got storms. By the looks of it. I'm not sure if it's stopping anyone, but it's stopping me. German's somewhere here, I'm not sure, and Gavin's behind. He may have gone too low. I'm not sure if he's going to make it across to where I just got high, the Wilder Kaiser. And I'm gliding 20 to 1, have been quite a while, so I pulled the brakes on a bit, still doing 50 k's an hour. So just got to get in front of this front ridge and then I should be good. That's going to be one of the best, I think the best glide I've had in my life. It's amazing. Wilder Kaiser. Reminds me of flying with Hamish for the Greybirds one time. I didn't quite make it, but he managed to glide out to the canopy plane. Well, it was very uncomfortable pushing full bar, well, most of the way from behind this steep outcrop, but I'm in the valley wind and I'm on the right side of it. Pretty hard push over to here too. So that's Cumberland, that's where it was first time around in 2015, then they moved it down to Usher down the bottom. And as if it couldn't get any worse, now we have to fly all the way out to the lake and back. I hope Ulrich's making them pay dearly for this. When I get back to base, a long glide ahead of me. Yeah, sometimes it comes easy, sometimes it doesn't. The xalps'. Spectacular area. I don't know what happened to this wind. It was so windy before. I was in the lead all the time. Just pushed my way out of that valley. It's foreboding, doesn't it? And just enabled international roaming on my phone. It's a bit annoying. I hadn't had any messages going in or out, and I just figured out why. Yeah, it's not looking great for this glide for Chiemsee and back. Oh, it's 10 past 9 at night and we're heading to the same elm as the Italian. The German who did really awesome today. I wish I'd followed him. I actually saw him for a split second on the next ridge. He was about the same height as me and maybe less than a kilometre away, and then he disappeared. I never saw him, but wish I'd followed him. I probably would have if I'd known where he went, but he managed to tag the turn point in the air and come back, but I had to slog it out on foot. Silly turn point, but maybe I wouldn't be so upset if I'd managed to tag it. Anyway, so him and he aimed turn point and then walked up the hill, same valley I came out of, tried to fly again. We're not even sure if he did or not because the glide was so hopeless, if it was a glide. So he showed it wasn't worth trying to fly, and then Tio proved it completely. He's in the woods somewhere. So Gavin's still walking to the Chiemsee after the turn point. It's really not fair having two for one turn points, and they're both in the flats. And the Russian is going to be eliminated tomorrow morning, which means that out of me, Tio, Nicola, Gavin, and the German, I should learn his name, the other bloke, my compatriot who got penalised in the prologue. Yeah, we'll have to make sure we're not lasting 2 days' time, otherwise we'll get eliminated as well. Oh, kind of nice to be in a track for once. I have sweated a lot this xalps'. Top of the Geisberg rang out my shirt. I should have drank the sweat.
Isn't that what Gatorade is? Puts the sweat back in. So, hot EMS.